Yo, what's poppy gamers? Welcome back to a brand new episode of This Week in Bad Business, where we go over all the leaks as well as the upcoming update coming to Bad Business. I would just like to give a heads up for the upcoming update that there is only one person currently working on this update, as the other developer had to take some personal time, none of my business to talk about. But just keep in mind that the update might not release tomorrow on Friday like it usually is supposed to. It might bleed into the weekend, Saturday and or Sunday. Also, for everybody that's waiting on the part 2 Game Pass update, that is once again going to be delayed, and it might be delayed for like an update or two. But some people don't know, within that Game Pass update there's actually going to be a total of 18 weapons. Kind of crazy. That's a lot of weapons. Also, there has been some unfortunate delays within the whole update schedule, so it sucks that we have these unexpected delays, but I know eventually we will get this update, and I'm super excited for myself, and I understand the disappointment or the anger that you guys have because you really want the part 2 passes. But just bear with the developers, they will get it out and they'll make sure it's done right. Anyways, what will be replacing this week's Game Pass update will be the brand new PP-2000. It's actually one of my favorite weapon designs in terms of submachine guns. I love myself a Vector, but this weapon, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just because it looks so unique and weird. So this is the base model that you guys are looking at here. That's the base stock, as well as the stock should be removable. I don't know if the developer is actually going to remove the stock or give you guys an option for it, but yes, it is able to be removed, so hopefully we do get that version. And a big thing a lot of people have been talking about recently is that the irons aren't great. I don't usually like giving excuses, but I'm going to go ahead and give you guys one right now. But again, like I said, this is a backlog weapon, and I don't really know when these things are going to be taken and then put into the game, and I only knew a couple days ago, so I unfortunately didn't have time to rework the irons, because since when this model was made to now, I've actually learned a ton of your guys' likes and dislikes when it comes to the iron sights. Trust me, if I had time, I would have actually improved these irons for you guys, but unfortunately I wasn't aware, so I couldn't do it in time. But these are the irons that you guys will be getting. Also, it's not like a lot of people will even use the irons in the first place. On a lot of weapons, people just throw on an optic. Not only that, soon in the near future, I don't know exactly when, but one-time optics, so like red dot, reflex, all that will be free to use. It won't take an attachment slot anymore, so whenever that happens, that's actually be a lot of fun. So hopefully it's soon. Here is the second set of renders, and the first thing a lot of people have been talking about is actually the grip tapes on these. And I would just like to mention, at the time that these weapons were made, the grip tapes were going to be used, but Ethan decided to say no, we're not going to do them, because obviously it is inconsistent with other weapons because they don't have grip tape. But I decided to include them in the renders since they were originally made for the weapon anyways, so that's why they're in here. It's not going to be used, but it would be cool if it was. People that do know this weapon, I just like to mention the reason why the OTS and the PP-2K are built into the same thing is because, in my opinion, it's dumb to have two separate weapons that are pretty much identical. I know that apparently this isn't supposed to be possible, but why not? You know, why not? But yeah, you do get the OTS conversion within this. That's what the handguard is. And a big thing is you do get a drum mag with this, as well as a tactical light. I'm super interested to see what the developers do with the tactical light, because usually we just have the 4 regular lasers slash flashlights in the game, and we never get new additions to that. So I wonder if we will actually get a new addition just for this weapon. So that's something I'm excited to see. And the third and final render, showing off 2 other stocks you're able to do here. Keep in mind, this weapon is supposed to have another conversion, so you guys will have a conversion ammo as long as developers are actually going to use that. But that is your guys' look at the PP-2000 that will be included in the next update. Let's move on to the leaks portion of the video. Let's go ahead and start it off where we ended our last episode, which is the Volcanic repeater. This is the last image you guys saw of that, just showcasing the base model. And the second render here, as you guys can see, there's more barrel options, as well as a wired stock and a full stock. This is going to be a really fun gun to mess around with, I think. And here is the third render, showing off more of the barrel options, as well as another full stock that actually has a cheek rest on this one. And the big thing a lot of people actually were questioning or asking about, thing in the bottom left here, this is actually a speed loader for the Volcanic. If you guys want to learn how this thing works, you can actually search it on YouTube, and you can find some videos showcasing how it works. Yeah, the way this gun reloads in general, I definitely think you guys should check it out because it's interesting, to say the least. But yes, that is the Volcanic repeater. and that will be in the Wild West Part 2. Oh, I also forgot to mention that the base model of the Volcanic is made by L, aka EXO, and I was the one that did the attachments for it. Alrighty, moving on to one of my other leaks that I've posted this week, and I'm super excited to see this in game, but here's your look at the ACR. Thing I'd like to mention, when I showcase the renders for these weapons, whatever you guys see color-wise on these guns doesn't mean that's the confirmed color for the weapon. There is a multiple different types of colors for the ACR. You have a dark green and black version, you have a gray and black version, as well as you have a tan one and a couple others. I would love to either see the tan version like you guys are seeing now, or I'd like to see a black and gray version because I think that's the best looking ACR there is. But yes, this is the base model, and in the bottom left you guys can kind of see what the irons are going to be like. I'll also love for you guys leave some comments down below of what is your favorite ACR version. Is it the base model or these other ones that I'm about to show here? And here is the second set of renders, and this is something that's actually not a thing when it comes to the ACR, but I thought it would be really cool to have an ACR SMG conversion because we don't really have many assault rifle SMG conversions. We have a lot of DMR versions, but SMG not really that much. M4 and one other. But yes, you can see one of the other handguards here with a built-in grip, so this might be the Invader handguard, as well as a PDW stock and a SMG magwell, something you guys are notice on a few different weapons of mine, which is the magwells are changing, so keep an eye on those because I think it really changes the design of the weapon, makes it look really cool. This one looks a little bit goofy because obviously this is not a real thing. And the bottom one, you can see a integral suppressed barrel. I don't know if that's going to be how this is because that means there would be two different integral suppressed barrels, but you don't really see that too often. You get another look at another handguard as well as another stock. Moving on to the third render, you can see that we have the AK magwell on this one, as well as 7.62 PMag. You have another version of a stock. And also keep in mind, yes, it will look similar to a SCAR. It also uses a lot of these SCAR stocks, so that's pretty cool. Middle render here, this is probably one of my favorite handguards for the gun. And this is your guys' Viper barrel. Everybody gets super excited about Viper barrels. But yes, it's an integral suppressed barrel as well as a built-in grip. I think this is more considered a Invader handguard. I think the ones that have built-in grips, that's considered Invader. I'm not entirely sure on that, so I'm not sure if this one would be the Invader or if it'll be the Viper, or if the other one would be the Viper. So we'll see. Moving on to the third weapon in this, you guys get another handguard. Ton of handguards here, and also that PDW stock that you guys saw on the other render. This time it's folded in. And moving on to the final render for this, which has my favorite conversion in the bottom, DMR conversion. This thing just looks mean. It looks like it's about to pop heads, no cap. And then you do get another look at another handguard up top and one of the same stocks you've seen before. Bottom right, you get a new marksman style stock that you guys haven't seen on the ACR yet. A DMR PMag conversion, their handguard for the DMR. Alrighty, boys, we made it to the end of the video. Today, I'm only going to show another teaser. We're not going to do a full leak because we actually do have a ton of stuff to showcase when it comes to Game Pass stuff. So I'm going to leave some room for that. I'll be showing off this weapon later in the future, but as of right now, I'm just going to give a little bit of a teaser. The base model is coming from Minkle. I'm only going to show you guys the very front handguard portion, but I know instantly there's going to be some comments down below of people guessing it correctly. I'll also be doing the attachments for this gun, so I'm super excited to show off all of that to you guys in the near future. But that's basically going to do it for today's video. I know there wasn't a ton to show off, but I'd love for you guys to leave some comments down below of what your favorite leaks were throughout the video, as well as what do you guys think about the PP-2000? Are you excited for it? Do you think it's going to be bad? Because I am interested in reading all those comments. Anyways, thank you guys so much for the support. That's going to be in today's video. Peace out.